Yo, so Cash Wheeler is facing charges for what he do? He had a
Aggravated
gun,
assault with a firearm due to a
ooh,
road rage incident.
road rage. So,
Mhm.
do you know anything about it?
So it feels like it was like a on the road altercation. He didn't know these people. It's not like he attacked his family member or his spouse or something. I
Hmm.
think he was just in a road rage incident, and he ended up taking out a firearm in the state of Florida. I don't know if he's licensed in the state of Florida, but he took it out. He took out the. Well, I think he lives in Florida, but yeah, that's why and then he was like threatening the person with the gun or something, the firearm. So.
How bad was this incident, or how bad is your freaking temper that you have to pull out a gun?
That's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty aggressive, right?
I feel like, yeah, because yeah, I personally I think that I did
Especially if you know the.
I think first of all, yeah, I think they're taking his gun away because I think he is licensed. So I
Yeah.
think they took the gun, they took his license, they took everything away from him. Because it's like, first of all, if you have that kind of road rage where it's like you got to pull out a gun, it's like you shouldn't even have one. You shouldn't even be on the road. First of all, shouldn't even be driving. I feel like if you have
Hmm.
road rage to the point where you got to get out of the car, I feel like you should get your license should be suspended.
Yeah.
You should not be driving then. Um, but it depends. What was the incident? If it was like, come on, man, the light turned green, and you get out of your car and
Yeah.
that you deserve your license. But if it's like, oh, boom, damn, man, I didn't, you guys got in a little fender bender kind of deal, and then you're getting road rage out of that. Then I mean, it's still, I'm not saying it's right, but it's like I can understand why you're being upset. Um, but not.
Especially if you knew the ramifications of it, especially so close to like All In or whatever. Because the UK is not forgiving about
Oh,
firearm charges. There,
so.
if he gets charged, he's gonna probably not be allowed in the UK or Europe. Most of parts of
Mhm.
Europe or some country like Canada doesn't allow some people in Canada because of firearm charges. So I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of like his judgment got clouded because it's like you're so close to your one of your show in England. If
Mhm.
he, I think they might. I think his passport not getting revoked, or they're not
Mm.
withholding it because oh, you're gonna travel out of the country. I don't know if we allow that, but like the UK might look at that like, no, we don't want him here because he had a firearm. He's well.
Right.
The thing about this country, we forget is everybody's innocent to proven guilty. We forget
Mhm.
about that. So he's not guilty yet. He hasn't been charged formally or has gotten a sentence. But like, it's kind of crazy how he's so close to like one of the biggest shows in current
Mhm.
history, not all time, but current history in wrestling, and he's pretty much almost throwing it away, you know, due to like getting pissed off at somebody on the road, Yeah, we all get mad at the on the road, but yeah, like you said, to the point of him going ahead and like, displaying a firearm, that's kind of like only if it was self-defense, I understand that, but like just to like be like, what do you do? Like just what I mean, like the
Yeah, we
for
don't know
whatever.
the full story
Yeah,
above it, but it's just like, yeah, like we're at least we're on the same page where it's like to the point where it's like, first of all, we keep forgetting this guy is a WWE former WWE and a current AEW superstar. So you have a name to yourself. Why would you even put yourself in that position?
yeah.
And also, like you said, you have a one of the biggest pay-per-view in history is going to happen around the corner, and then you're going to put yourself in a position where you're going to get possibly fired or miss out the show, go to jail. You know what I mean? It's
Worse
just
is the worst part is going to jail. I mean, you
worst
can lose
part.
your
Yeah,
job, but you go to
yeah.
couple years in prison.
It's just like, and also you're part of a, well, I don't really give a crap about that tag team FTR, but to everybody else, they look at you guys as one of the greatest tag team in the world. So it's like if you go to jail, Dash Harwood, he's done. He's not a singles wrestler, and he's not gonna make it as a single wrestler. So it's like not only are you affecting yourself and your family, you're affecting him as well because it's kind of like Team 3D. Obviously, at the time when Bully Ray and Demon broke up, it was like it did not work out for them. Eventually, they found their own groove. It took some time, but it's just like that's that team breaks up, it's like you guys are done.
But not every team is Team 3D. Not every team is what other team was like super big? They were better off singles. Like the Hardys were successful without each other. They didn't need each other for a
Yeah,
while.
that's yeah,
Sometimes. After a while
some.
they did. But like yeah, some teams like
But the
they
thing
don't
is, they
exist
they they
without
were the
them.
cool guys. They
Yeah.
were the everybody looked at them and be like, I want to be like them. You're telling
Yeah.
me if you look at FTR, you're like, I want to be like them. They look like a bunch of douchebags, man.
They look like guys like you go to a
One,
bar
yeah,
or a restaurant and you're like, I don't want to be in this restaurant.
yeah, because I feel like that guy
Like
starts shit.
yeah.
He looks like, no, I don't want to be here because he looks like a guy who wants to start fights. Like, I don't, not saying he'll start a fight with me. I just don't want to be in an environment. I want to have a good time. I'm not here
Yeah.
to look over my shoulder and be like, oh, there
Yeah.
goes a riot. I
Yeah.
told you about that guy.
So
I've
yeah, I
been there
mean,
before.
yeah, I get that too. Is like yeah, you said like they. I mean, I could see Dax Hardwood, right? His name.
Mhm.
I could see him like for a little bit, but yeah, long term success. I don't know. I wouldn't be able. I mean, I seen him have one-on-one matches. They
Yeah,
were
they're not even
okay.
having the success right now. And I just I just found out they're still AEW tag team champions. Are they
Yeah,
still tag team champions?
yeah, they're
Yeah.
defending against the Young Bucks. That's how much you're like, oh, okay, good for them.
Did they? Yeah, the last thing I heard was they defend the titles against MGF and Adam Cole, and then the number one contenders after that was Brian Cage and uh W Morrissey. I don't know if he's still called that there.
Big Bill.
Big Bill. Did they ever got their opportunity to tag team titles? And
I think they did, but they lost it. Like
okay,
I would say they
clearly they
lost.
did. But I just never knew if they ever had their opportunity. And
And
then
also like you said too, he's representing a company. Like you're a champion. Not okay, he's tag team champion,
it's
but
a champion.
you're
Yeah.
still a champion. You're a champion there. You have to show your best light to them. Like this is probably the only time some people have not heard about AEW. Like
Mhm.
this is probably the first time they heard about it. AEW wrestler, like what's A? You know, people be like, what's AEW? I never heard of that
So
company before. Everybody thinks like Dirty E's.
I got a
People
story about that.
People still call it WWF. I'm like, oh, you're a fan of WWF? Like, dude, that was like 20 years ago. It's been
Yeah.
WWE since like 2002.
2002,
Yeah,
20 years ago.
21 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
there's people like that. Like, so your people's first react, when they look up in the news, like, oh, AEW wrestler Cash Wheeler got arrested. I'm like, oh, okay,
Sometimes
and
they
he's a
don't even,
champion,
sometimes in the news, it'll say when I
former
read it,
WWE.
it'll say former WWE. When I read it, it said current AEW, former WWE, current AEW superstar or wrestler.
Yeah, but
So
people be like, what is that? Is that a indie? Like people
yeah,
don't know. Like, what is that? Like, no offense to anybody that likes AEW, but like people are like, what is that? Like, they won't know. And then
I
that's their
like,
first.
yeah, I
That's
like
their.
the
I mean,
talent.
obviously, yeah,
The talent
but
in AEW is great, regardless if they're former WWE guys or not. It's just Tony Khan. Tony, and
yeah,
he just has too many shows. He's not using the right people. What happened to Sky Blue? Well, I
it's amazing.
they only like skyrocketed her because they were building up the show for what's it called, for whatever event was happening in Chicago. So, and then Chicago is gonna happen at All Out. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna be like the top woman for the women's division. She may win the AEW or AEW's women's champion at All Out, just because it's in Chicago. It's just because that's what Tony Khan does. He's like, he builds up the stars, whoever's from Chicago. We're going to Chicago. You guys are gonna get your TV time. So I just I just Tony Khan has once he could just do one simple thing, and that is do a brand split. Dynamite, Collision, Rampage could be. I
They're
was
dark. It's very dark, technically.
Rampage was going to be their like it was supposed to be the second brand, but now it's just like it's just there now.
Yeah, we're just here.
Yeah. And
Yeah, it was like their second biggest show. Then Collision came in, but Collision. That's why I always thought like, why do they make a third show or a
mhm.
fourth now? Because Ring of Honor counts as that.
Yeah, and then you got Ring of Honor stars wrestling in AEW, and then you got AEW guys wrestling in Ring of Honor. Even, and it's like you guys he has guys who are under contract with Ring of Honor, and it's just like what? Why do you have two different contracts? Why do you have an AEW contract and a Ring of Honor contract, but yet they're still wrestling in Ring of Honor? I mean, and they're
Yeah.
still. It's a mess. It's like I want to enjoy it. I don't really care. I'm fine. Everybody has different tastes. I try watching it. It's not my thing. Had they had some great pay-per-views? Sure, but I'm a simple guy. I love WWE. That's what I grew up watching, and I enjoy Impact. So when they don't piss me off. So I don't need I love
Yeah.
yeah, I can't say I'll watch AEW. Like I'll try to go to All Out, you know. I would like to, but the thing with All Out, it's more for me to say I went to All Out. Like it's a bucket thing. Like my goal is to go to all three big events for all shows. All Out is one of them. So it's like, all right, cool. If I could say I went to All Out, cool. I'm done. You know, I give them their props. They had some great matches that I did enjoy. It's just not my. It's just not. The thing is, I forget about it. You know, like for let's go like Impact Wrestling. I can't even. Well, for AEW, I can't even name you a.
Mhm.
If you gave me, hey, what's your favorite match for WWE this year? So far. Oh, okay. Well, I could give you a couple. I could give you Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. I could give you Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley, Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. You know,
Mhm.
just that's just a few, right? Majority. So, um, and then for AEW, I don't know, I can't give you one. I can't give you a favorite match because it's like the ones that I did watch, it was not great. Like I would love to tell you my favorite match is Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson versus Okada, but I didn't really like the ending of it because Cody, that whole seizure that Daniel Bryan did, it was just like that was uncalled for, man. You ruined the match because I really thought people really thought he was like, oh my gosh, he's really hurt, but
Yeah.
he was just selling it, and he did broke his arm. So like if it wasn't for that, I would have said, okay, that's one of my favorite matches. Out of how many matches they had this year, and that I couldn't pick one. I can't even.
Dude,
That
Ring
would
of
have been the
Honor
one.
Ring of Honor has like 20 matches a show. You know that? You seen that?
Remember that card I sent you? I was like, what the hell is going
Like
on?
20 matches, and my God, how long is that show? And they filmed that with Dynamite, I think, too, or something.
Jesus,
My
man.
brother went to like one of those shows. He's like, dude, we were there for like 5 hours. I'm like, Jesus Christ. See,
Or
I mean,
which one did he go to?
the last one I was in Chicago like a couple weeks ago or a month ago. It
What
was
for the
before
pay per
SummerSlam.
view?
I think so, because they came way too much. They
Yeah,
come to Chicago a lot, like
yeah, they
way too
do.
much.
Oh, I think I know which one. It wasn't a pay per view. It was just a regular taping.
Yeah. It was the one where Collision wasn't all United Center, and then they were
Yeah, the first
all
ever
four shows.
collision.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that one. Yeah,
God damn. But point is, I can name and I well going it's just like they have so much matches where it's like it's hard to say what's going on.
and I
You
can't
know?
follow a one person's career because then I have to watch four different shows to understand it.
Yeah, because you watch it, you could watch a story that's happening in Dynamite for like 3 weeks, and then next thing you know, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we're gonna end this rivalry at Rampage or Collision," and be like, "Bro, I've been following this story in Dynamite. Why are you gonna end it in Collision? Like, I
Yeah,
don't
just
watch it. I don't,
randomly.
yeah, it's like what the hell?
Like they'll have like four matches at Dynamite, and all of a sudden it'll
Yeah,
be like at Ring of Honor or Collision
right.
or Rampage. I'm like, what's the point of that?
Or they'll be like, "Oh, um, you and me have been having a rivalry for forever," and then be like, "What rivalry? When did you guys start wrestling each
Yeah.
other?" And then it's like, "Oh, and Rampage. Who? What? Why are you
Or
having a rivalry on Rampage?" Like what? And then you're gonna have the feud on Dynamite. Like what's going on,
maybe
man?
that one feud that starts in AAA. or ends in AAA or ends in Japan. I'm like,
Yeah.
why are you why are you doing that to watch AAA? I mean, I don't mind watching AAA and New Japan, but
Yeah, they
you have to
bring
like
guys
all of a
from
sudden like,
there.
oh, they're gonna have to like they had a rivalry in AAA, now they're bringing it to AEW. Then they had a match in Japan,
Mhm.
then have it back in AEW, then one in Mexico, and then they end a feud like in whatever in Collision. I'm like, okay, you know,
They got to do a show like how what's it called with what Impact is doing.
multiverse.
Multiverse.
That's Forbidden Door, isn't it? Technically.
That's their version of Forbidden Door. But that's what they should do. Because like you know how AEW, but what I mean is that's separate. There's no feud or nothing going on in that. It's just like, hey guys, we're having a show. You guys want to see the top guys of New Japan Pro Wrestling dream matches? We're having a show, multi-universe, whatever, multiverse. You're gonna see these people face each other at this show, but it has nothing to. They're not building up anything.
On
That's what
Impact.
on
They're not.
Impact. It's just like they're announcing matches because it's just like here you go. It's a dream match, you know. So that's what Forbidden Door should be, or yeah, it doesn't have. You don't need a story, but at the same time, it's like that I feel like that's what they should do with Forbidden Doors. Just like don't build any story into it. Just leave it like just announce matches. But you know what they're not doing is All In. They have all these freaking matches and then they have All Out afterwards, and it's just like, like goddamn, man, so much going on.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like go back or we're going back to Cash Wheeler. That's what I'm saying with AEW. Like sometimes like with Cash Wheeler, I'm like, you're representing the company, you know. Obviously, oh, people be like, people call us WWE marks, but I like everything, you know.
Yeah,
I like the wrestlers of AEW, but like I said, I agree with you. I don't like the production, and I don't like those direction they're going. I could watch a lot of these other guys in the indies. I watch them live in the indies.
AEW is just guys who like spots. Basically, do I'm not a fan of the Young Bucks. So if you're a fan of the Young Bucks, that's who it's for.
Yeah,
It's
like
for yeah, it's for guys who used to be fans of Ring of Honor. I used to be a fan of Ring of Honor, but they with Ring of Honor, they had stories
they had
and
an honor code and all that
yeah,
stuff. Like, yeah,
they
direction.
Tony Khan's is the one who's ruined his own company. That that's all it is. It's
And people
like,
say like, oh, they sold out the Wembley thing. I'm like, okay, good for them, but like, what's
yeah,
gonna? Why are you gonna build from that to the next show? It's gonna be like that. The matches at the Wembley are gonna not gonna matter the next Dynamite. You know,
and
hopefully they carry it on to Dynamite or whatever show they
right.
whatever.
People are saying they're like, yeah, and the marks, the AEWians are like, oh, they're gonna sold out. They're gonna beat WWE's record, and it's like, yeah, how long has WWE had hold that record? You
I
know,
don't. Yeah.
for like the longest time, and also they're of all. Here's the other thing: they're doing it with All In, All In. Why not with All Out? Why All In? Because he was scared. Tony Khan was like, "Oh damn, you know what? Let's do All In instead. Because what if All Out doesn't sell out? So maybe because it's like, wouldn't you? I don't know. I'm just that's how I feel about it. It's just and also how you gonna have the paper two of your bigger pay-per-views? Well, one of them was All In is not AEW's, but obviously they own it. It's just how you gonna have two. It's just like it's dumb. You're gonna have All In, right?
Hmm.
All In started AEW. Once AEW happened, Tony Khan reached out to the elite saying, let's work together, right? And then you started All Out. All Out is the official AEW brand. So it's just so that's why it's cool because it's like it all in. Like it started with four indie guys,
Yeah.
even Cody Rhodes, who did this a one-time wrestling show to sell out arenas, proving that they could sell out arenas, and it worked out. So and now to see it in the stadium, 4 years later, it's cool. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. I'm just so tired of hearing people saying, "Oh, they're gonna sell out. They sold out 70,000 tickets. They're gonna beat WWE's record," and it's just like, okay,
Well, like
once
we get
again,
money from that anyways. Like you guys get a check from that?
yeah,
I don't get a check. Every time they say the arena thing, remember when we went to SummerSlam? I'm
mhm,
like, I don't get any of that money. I don't care. It's good.
yeah,
Okay, great. But I'm like, whatever. SummerSlam was like 50 something thousand. Like, okay, cool.
right.
Like, I'm not getting paid for that.
Yeah, and they're saying like, "Oh, WWE fears AEW." First of all, AEW is trying to break WWE records. WWE could easily say, "Hold on, guys, we're gonna stop. We're not gonna do a show here anymore. We're gonna go do a show at the same stadium so we could compete with AEW." That's not what they're doing. They don't
They're
care.
they're going to India and they're going
Yeah,
to
they got,
they're going to
yeah,
Pittsburgh.
they already sold out, bro. They already sold out. They're almost done selling out with WrestleMania. They already sold, I think, 90 tickets, 90,000 tickets. To be fair, they're both for both nights, but that's still pretty good,
Yeah.
you know.
And if it's sold out, that arena, how much does that field hold? Uh,
I think 70, 75.
yeah. So that's not bad. But you see, we're like
But you know,
people
WWE
comparing it.
lies. WWE lies anyways.
Everybody lies. You think AWS has eighty
And,
thousand
then
tickets?
here's the other thing. When they announced, I don't know how it is now because the tickets, but you know how they were bragging about pre-sale tickets?
Yeah.
Oh, they sold 70,000 pre-sale tickets. It's like, okay. But now I think it's official. They actually did sell 70,000 tickets.
Mm.
The biggest event in wrestling's history. I don't know about all that. Wembley Stadium. How many people can they fit? They could fit about 75. The max is 90,000. The minimum seated and standing. The minimum is 75,000. So they're $5,000. 5,000 short.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, we kind of veered off into something else, but
So you guys
but
are
no, but
5,000 seats short. So maybe because the 70,000, that's the bare minimum.
mm,
That's like the minimum of like, okay, cool. So how many matches they got announced? They got 9 matches announced so
nice.
far.
That's minus the ring of a pre-show.
The pre-show, so 8 matches. So we got, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna go through all this list.
No,
There's too many. Why
you
is there
can't.
there's a stadium stampede match? Why? What just happened? Oh, okay. Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, best friends, the Lucha Bros. When did they become a where have they been? I thought okay.
I thought
Against
Phoenix was out.
yeah, I thought he was out with injury.
Wow, I don't know.
Okay. Blackpool Combat Club. You know, Pentagon Jr. I feel like he should be part of the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah,
Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho. Uh, dude, I'm having no. Only reason I'm having doubt of this match is just so I'm trying to have my expectation low. Because if I have it high and it doesn't deliver, then I'm just gonna be mad. And then we got CM Punk versus Samoa Joe for the Real AEW World Heavyweight Championship, which is
is this Samoa Joe a champion himself?
he's the Ring of Honor television champion.
Oh, okay.
And then the main event, MGF versus Adam Cole, and obviously they're facing each other at the pre-show.
And you had that rant about like why they're in the pre-show
Why are they in the pre-show and
as a
not?
tag team, not
Yeah, it's a
like the
tag
same
team
night. Yeah.
the same night. So, um, let's see. The pay to report. Oh no, they sold 80,000 tickets apparently.
Okay.
Am I reading this right? The first day, the report with the report. Yeah, no, they sold 80,000 tickets, so they're getting there. And then after that is All Out, and they already announced two matches, which is Luchasaurus versus Darlene Eben for the AEW TNT Championship, and Miro
Uh,
versus Powerhouse Hubs.
eh. Oh well.
Wow.
Okay. Good for them.
Hey, Max. Yeah. No, it's just, I don't know. It's, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So,
Before they call you, before.
so I just realized this.
Mhm.
So it's on, oh my gosh. Why? Just, okay. So, All In is August 27th. It's on a
Next week.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
It's not the, so it's a week from Sunday. That later that week on the 3rd of September is All Out. They're on the same
No,
freaking week.
no build up.
It's on the same, dude. I just real I'm hearing thinking in my head, it's a week later. Because
No, it
I
is a
don't,
week later.
in a
The
way, yes,
27th and the first. That's a week later. Yeah.
but it's on the same week, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like it's on the Sunday,
Sunday to Sunday.
Sunday, yeah, and it's on the same week, and then it's like this. So basically, it's on the same week. So it's like Sunday is All In, and then 6 days later, it's All Out on the same freaking week.
That's weird.
I'm not gonna lie, I really thought it was on a Saturday, so I thought it was a week. So it's like, oh, All In is this Saturday, and then All Out is next Saturday.
So two pay-per-views back to back weeks.
Yeah, in the same week. And then you got, so wait, hold on.
Whoa.
Is there
That's like
no
a,
is there no collision on All Out?
I don't know, maybe there is collision. Because when it comes to Chicago, they come to man. I don't know people got money out here, man, in Chicago, man. Because they got yeah, man. It's like
Since when did
they're
Chicago
bleeding.
people have money like that?
I know they're bleeding Chicago dry, man. Damn. We're like, see, if I was, I'm not. Obviously, I'm more. I mean, for some reason I like Joshi wrestling a lot, like Japanese women's wrestling. That's fire
Mm.
stuff. But like, yeah, they're bleeding Chicago dry, man. Like every show, like every other month they're in Chicago. Not every other month, but you know what I mean. They're
No,
in
but
Chicago.
they've been in Chicago for so freaking long. They were here for Collision. They were here
Mhm.
for Forbidden Door.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was just like, God damn, dude, they're here too much. Too
Yeah,
much.
give other cities a chance. This is the one time we don't want this wrestling here.
God damn. So hold on. So is there gonna be Collision on Saturday or what? What's happening with
Yeah, they're
that?
gonna, they're gonna have everything in Chicago, man. It's weird how like WWE does shows, like they'll do a SmackDown in one city and then Raw in a different city, and then they'll do like a pay-per-view in a different city. But like AEW does everything in the same week, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. The whole week is
I'm
Chicago,
gonna
you know?
check for tickets right now. I'm trying to see how this works. Oh,
I'm going to Milwaukee that weekend, man. Hell no. I'm not going.
damn, Max. You just like walk in. Come here, boy.
He's a jefe. He's el jefe de jefes. What's crazy, right? It's like, I mean,
Hey, you trying to go to All Out? $35 tickets.
no, I'm good. Is that Sunday or Saturday?
Saturday. Oh no. Oh wait, All Out is on Sunday.
Yeah, so no. No.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So
Well, Wintrust?
everything I said, I apologize. I thought it was on the 3rd.
What is it then?
It's on the Sunday.
So it's still the week after though. It's
So
still like a
it's
week
still a
later.
week after. Yeah.
But still, I'm like,
So everything
because
I said,
usually,
I take back. So, but goddamn, but still, hold on. So you got Dynamite with taping with Rampage, right? Which is gonna air Friday, and then you got Collision
Collision airs Friday. Oh yeah,
Saturday, and then Sunday
Ring of
All
Honor,
Out.
the Ring of Honor on Saturday too.
Like the show, or they have a pay per view.
The Ring of Honor has taping.
Oh my gosh.
They tape with, I think they tape with Collision. I think, Are they taped
Okay,
with
so I
Dynamite?
got I got the tickets. So okay, so Wednesday's Dynamite
Hmm.
with Rampage, and then that's the 30th. And then
That's
the
Wintrust, right? Or where?
at the Now Arena.
Oh, Hoffman Estates. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got September uh
Third.
Collision, which is in United Center, and then Sunday is what's
All
it
out.
called? All Out, which is in the Center.
Wow. I'm surprised Collision's the United Center and like that's where the Bulls play. Did they even sell out of that show?
There's still seats available.
Oh wow.
Hold on. I'm sorry, I did the combo for that one. Let's see, Collision. I'm pretty sure it's not sold out just because it's like people would rather go. Yeah, no, it's $20 tickets. You're trying to go?
No. You gonna go? Not United Center. No, I'm not going to the city, man.
I would rather go to
Hoffman Estates is a little more
yeah.
secure than the United
I'll go
Center.
to United Center for All Out, but not for Collision.
No. It's like
30
going to a house show for
$35 tickets. You trying to go
no.
for Dynamite?
No, Wednesday? Not
Yeah,
even less. Not on a weekday. You should go, man. Go live.
I'll consider going. I'll consider going.
I think my brother's gonna be there. Maybe I don't know. I don't know his plans, but
I mean, it's on a Wednesday. I mean, I'm
yeah,
off Wednesday, so
yeah,
I could always try to work in the morning to get a little bit money of it and then go. I don't know, consider it. I could
yeah.
always do Uber on the way who needs a ride, guys.
Who
So
needs a
get
ride? Let's talk about the show.
let's talk about the show.
You just do
I'm
a live episode in the car.
I know,
Just
right?
do.
Get myself a webcam, like we're recording live. No, hey, if I do Uber, I'll at least go get my money back for the ticket. So a free show. So it's a free show. So I'll probably consider going for Dynamite. Yeah. So man. And at least that way I could say I went to a Dynamite show. Ooh. Again. The only thing left is I gotta go to a SmackDown show. And they're coming. Damn. I gotta check. I didn't even bother checking SmackDown. So anything else we got to talk about with we went everywhere today on this episode. Anything you got to talk about Cash Wheeler? Is he what is he doing? What's the update on him?
So I heard he could travel, so he will be there. But it's up to AEW. I don't know if
Yeah,
they want to
because
use him.
he has
Use it.
no he posed bail, right? Because he piff.
Yeah. So I don't know if they want to. Because I don't know with AEW because I don't know if they have like any like protocols on that stuff. I mean, they suspended Jeff Hardy because of that one thing, but
Mm-hmm.
like, is there a real protocol there? So I don't know. It's up to them. They might just cancel the match just to be like, hey, we're not gonna let that slide, or they're gonna be like, just have the match and you're suspended after this, you know?
Right.
And if he does go to trial, I mean, obviously innocent until proven guilty, right? You
Mm-hmm.
know, they'll make a decision from there, like, hey, he's gonna serve to me, whatever, you know. If he serves time, who knows? He might get off on a slap on the wrist, you know. We don't know. So we don't know. They might just be like, okay, do this show and then handle your court stuff. You know, we'll write you off or just go. And then if you know it's a good outcome, you come back. If not, well, you might have to serve some time. You never know. You know,
That's the thing. You never
like
know until your
like it
court day.
like if he gets house arrest, woo, he ain't going nowhere. You know, he ain't gonna arrest
It's
nobody.
better to be house arrest and be
Yeah.
an actual in jail. So I'll
So
take.
they'll make a decision from there. So they say they'll monitor and see if it makes sense to like either keep him or like we'll give you another chance. But just so weird how like that's like said
Yeah.
earlier, like you're like representing you're a champion yourself, you're representing the company, you're over here like displaying firearms in the middle of the street, to random people you don't know. So
Yeah. It's like you would think he'll have like would make better decisions.
yeah, but hey, I mean now nobody's perfect.
That's
And
true.
we're not like, oh, because he's in AEW, because I mean it doesn't matter. People in WWE have done
Yeah,
it,
if
people in
he
other companies have
yeah,
done it.
yeah, for
People
sure.
was like, "Oh, well, you're a WWE mark because you." No, well,
I mean, I
he could have happened
am.
anywhere. He could have been. He could have been. He could have been.
But
He's
none of those
WWE, and
guys
then
pulled out a weapon.
right. Only if you're
You
Brian
know,
Pillman, but I was staged.
that was staged. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's leave Brian Pillman alone.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I got
all
nothing else.
right, well, let's wrap this show up,
All right, listeners and viewers, this will be it for this episode. I'm Ever, and this is Ian.
and we are out.
Bye, guys.
Doo-doo-doo.